Hey everyone, Karolyne Roberts here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about what to write in your journal. So if you are interested in watching more, then definitely stay tuned. So for those of you guys who know me, I am an author. I've written 8 books, but not only do I write books, I love to journal on a daily basis. Now, a lot of you guys have requested this video, so shout out to you. I love my subscribers. I love my YouTube family. A lot of you guys have requested how do you start journaling or what to write in your journal. So that is the purpose of this video. I want to create this video for anyone who's interested in starting journaling and give you an idea of what types of things that I write in my journal. So for this video, I'm going to give 5 things that I write in my journal, and let's get started with number 1. All right, so one thing that I love to write in my journal is my prayers to God, okay? So a lot of people feel like in order to pray to God, you have to be speaking out loud, you have to speak the words out. And a lot of times that is great, that is powerful. It's always good when you want to express your prayers verbally to God. But I love to write my prayers out to God sometimes. Sometimes I even pray in my head. Remember, God is omniscient. He can hear your thoughts. When you're sleeping, He's watching you. He is everywhere at all times at the same time. So God appreciates you communicating to Him in different ways. He's written to you His word, the Bible, the word of God is God writing and communicating to you through words. So that just goes to show that it's okay to write your prayers out in your journal. And that is one of my main forms of communication with the Lord, is writing out my prayers. So if you write out your prayers in your prayer journal, then leave a comment in the comment section just so I know that I am not alone in this, because I feel like it's so fun, and then you can always go back and look at those prayers that you had written out to God and see which prayers He answered. And I love it because I have so many journals that I've kept, from years and years and years, and now I'm able to go back and see that God was faithful and put those check marks next to it. So definitely one of the first things that I recommend is include your prayers. Write your prayers out to God in your journal. Number 2, so another thing that I love to write out in my journal is instructions that I receive from God. Many times life can get busy and you can forget the instruction that God gave you, but we want to make sure that we're being obedient to God in everything, and that we're allowing Him to order our steps. When I come to seasons of confusion, when I come to seasons where I feel like I have no direction and I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing with my life right now? I'm able to go back to my journal and see what are the last instructions that God gave me. And a lot of times I'm like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be working on. Like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. A lot of you guys, maybe you don't know the testimony behind my annual conference, He Told Me, but I host a conference annually called the He Told Me Conference. Last year we had it in Tampa. It was amazing. And this year, 2020, we're going to be having it in Orlando, Florida. God told me to host that conference so that I can encourage people as well as myself to do what God told them to do. But God first told me about hosting that conference either at the end of 2018 or the very beginning of 2019. And I had written it down in my journal. But life got so busy, I forgot to take action on what God told me to do. And it wasn't until like the end of the year was coming around the corner and God was like, go back in your journal. What did I tell you to do? Why are you not doing it? And I went back into my journal and I saw the instruction from God to host the He Told Me conference. And last minute, I got everything together. I promoted the conference. I only had like 1 or 2 months to promote it, but it was an amazing conference. And it's because I was obedient to do what God told me to do. So if you're interested in coming to the He Told Me conference, definitely check the link in my description box for more information about that. But make sure that you're writing the instructions that God gave you so that you're doing what He told you to do in and out of every season. The third thing that I like to write in my journal are my goals. Now, this is something personal. This is for self-development, but I like writing my goals down. The Bible says to write the vision and make it plain so that he that has it can run with it. So you can't run with a vision if you haven't written it down, if you haven't really laid it out, if you haven't really planned it out. One of the goals that I wrote down for 2019 last year, and I was blessed to see it to come into fruition, was I wrote down my goal of reaching 10,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of 2019. That was my goal. At that time, I only had maybe 5,000 subscribers, and I was like, if I could just reach 10,000 by the end of the year, then, I'll reach my goal. Not only did God allow me to reach my goal, He surpassed the goal. Like at the beginning of 2020, I celebrated 100,000 subscribers. So He multiplied it 10 times over. And I think at the time of making this video, we're in the month of February. So I celebrated 100,000 subscribers last month. And at the time of making this video, I have 150,000 subscribers. So can you believe that just writing down this goal and putting in whatever necessary into action helped to bring this to pass in my life? So write down your goals, write down the vision, and make it plain. That is my third tip of what to write in your journal. Another thing that you can write down in your journal, which I like to do, I used to do it a lot more in the past as I was younger, as I was growing up, but just write down what happened in your day. Write down how you feel about what happened. Write down what you are learning. And this helped me a lot because, like I said, I'm a writer. When I'm going through certain seasons, I write down what happened in my day. How did I feel about it? How did I work through it? How did I get through that test or that trial? And I'm able to go back and I'm able to, include those in my books and take pieces from my diary and remember what was my mindset in that time. Because a lot of times when you're going through something, when you come out of it, you don't remember how you felt in that time. You don't really remember the emotions or the thoughts associated with what you went through because you came out of it. But if you want to really help and encourage people and be able to minister to people or just share your testimony, share your story, the Bible says that they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Your testimony is so powerful, but if you're not documenting your testimony as you are going through the tests and the trials, then you may forget some of those important elements. And because I document my testimony, because I document my journey, like what happened during this day, monumental moments in my life, now when I meet people who are going through what I went through, I can remember and I can say, you know what, I've been there. I can relate to you. I felt that way. I used to think that way, but God changed my mindset. God changed my feelings. God transformed my life. And that is the power in reflection. Basically, that's what it is. Reflecting on your day. What happened in your day and how did it impact you and how is it currently influencing you in your life? And the last thing that I really, really recommend that you write in your journal are ideas. If you guys know me, I'm always thinking of a master plan. Not only am I an author, but I'm an entrepreneur as well. I own several businesses, okay? So I have so many ideas. And with the amount of ideas I have, honey, you gotta write them down or you might forget them. And you wanna make sure that when it is time to carry out those ideas, that you're able to go back and remember what those ideas were. I regret because I promise you there have been some moments in my life where I thought of an invention. I have thought of so many inventions and then I don't write it down and a month passes by and I'm like, babe, do you remember what the invention was? What was that invention? And I totally forgot. But write down your ideas, your inventions, your book ideas. Write them down. Do not let go of those things. If God has planted, giving you these ideas, giving you these visions, maybe it might not, take place now. Maybe it may take place in the future. So you want to make sure that when the future comes and when it is the right time, that you can pull out those ideas. Now, don't go writing it on Facebook. Don't be telling everybody on Facebook your ideas. Not everyone has your best interest in heart, but that is what your journal is for. I love this. This is my idea journal. I have several different journals, so I love to organize in that way. If you guys want a video to see like how I organize my journals, then definitely leave a comment in the comment section. But this journal says ideas. And this is only for ideas. This is for my YouTube video ideas. This is for business ideas. This is for marketing strategies. This is all for ideas. I have a separate journal that is like my prayers to God and my quiet time. I have like different journals depending on what the purpose is for. But this is my ideas journal. So make sure that you are writing down all your ideas. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. And also do not forget to follow me on Instagram. I am getting a lot more active on there, and I want to make sure that I'm connecting with you all on there as well. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next YouTube video. Bye.